Hello, you're watching my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Kamran Ashir. Today I've invited a guest for my video, and I'm going to discuss her life, her visions, her goals, and most importantly, her field. Hello and welcome. We are delighted to have Irzal Hamida here today. Irzal, thank you so much for joining us today, first of all.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you for your kind invitation. I'm so happy to be here talking about very interesting topics. So thank you.
Okay, but before to start this interview properly, Irzal, could you please tell us what inspired you to pursue a career as sustainability leader, ambassador Yucatan Youth 2024, and definitely perhaps share a bit about your journey leading up to your current role?
Sure. What inspired me the most was my own experiences as a young person.
Hmm.
I try to be the teacher, professor, and guide of other young people to make them believe in themselves and
Hmm.
to make them feel capable of doing things and to
Hmm.
give the value to
Hmm.
those things they are doing. Because
Hmm.
most of the time when you are young, you think that because you are young,
Hmm.
you are less. Your value is not as high as an adult with a
Hmm.
degree.
Hmm.
But I don't believe in that. So I wanted to change that. I wanted to young people to believe in themselves and empower them to make big things so they
Hmm.
can become better adults.
Hmm.
So mostly that's why what inspired me to be in the young arena, in the inspiring young people, and in
Hmm.
the sustainability. Well, that was because of my experience in Morocco as a program manager.
Hmm.
Actually, there was one of my colleagues who was into sustainability, and it was thanks to her that I started to read and know more things about sustainability, and just life happened and I started those to work on that path. Yeah.
Oh, Irzal, how did you become an ambassador? And how was the journey to become an ambassador Yucatan 2024?
So it was so I am into programs as an ambassador. So one it's international and
Hmm.
it's online, and
Hmm.
that was thanks to an application. So thanks to an application, I filled the form and they selected me. And since then, I share a lot of things and ideas with other young people that are climate uh, advocates actually around the world. So they pick me and we are taking like training every week.
Hmm.
Um, since I think we began like 3 months ago and now we are almost done. And so the objective of this program is to equip you with tools and knowledge and skills to continue your advocacy in climate activism, um, to involve more young people around the world. So that is the first one. And the second one, it's very recent. I received the nomination as an ambassador for youth in my community. Like that's very local in my region, in sustainability and environmental issues topic. And that was thanks to a nomination that a colleague of mine that I have been working with him in several projects here in the civil society. He has a lot of projects, so he nominated me, and then
Hmm.
they called me and asked me, an interview and stuff, and then I was picked. So this is very recent, and the objective of this is to give you support. Like it's a governmental program, so they give you support in your projects. If, for example, if you have, like workshops, they give you spaces, they give you, all the things you need to deliver the workshop. So that's very kind because normally the main challenges of project implementation is to find places for free, to have the activities and involve the people. Yeah.
Do you only share your ideas for young people or the older people as well?
Mm, I focus mostly in young people since I was young, actually. I never stopped working with my
It
own
means your
colleagues.
target
And then when I
audience are the
became,
young people, right?
yes, it's young people mostly. Yeah.
So do you see any change in young people after consultation with you, or what problems they are facing so far?
Okay, so here I think in my experience in Mexico have shown me that they faced the problem of mainly finding jobs. You know, when you are
Finding a
recent
job.
graduate, it's very difficult to find a job.
Actually, it's a
Uh,
global problem. It's because all in Pakistan and most of the people, most of the young people who graduated from the university, they actually don't know how to get a job. They actually don't know how to create a job. There is a big difference between finding a job or creating a job, right? So every person have a different skills. We have to definitely say to that. But the thing is, they are unable to get the job. So it's a global problem. Okay, carry on.
yes, so basically that it's the main problem also here, and I'm trying to, in a sense, motivate them to do experience before graduating in involving in social activities or doing, social entrepreneurship.
Hmm.
Uh, so give them, the entrepreneurship is to a tool so they can create their own job, as you said, if they don't find one, and also to help them to figure out what they want, because normally people when they graduate they uh, will
Hmm.
know and take the life decisions.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, that's way it makes actually sense. Oh, you were talking about finding a job is a difficult task for the young people, especially who graduated from the university. So do you have any plan for them to find a job? Like there is a resume issue, there is a communication problem, a body language problem. What did you feel in them?
I think they have problems with knowing what they want to do in their life, because when I talk to them, I ask them why you study. I don't know why are you studying this degree, and they don't
Hmm.
even know why. They say like because my parent told me, or because my grandparents are, whatever. So it's not what they really want. So they are in a lot of, I will say, like mental issues. They have a lot of mental crisis regarding what
Hmm.
they want because they don't feel fulfilled. So I
Hmm.
always believe that when you if you are motivated enough because you are fulfilled with what you are doing, it's more I won't say that it's easier to find a job, but at least you have the motivation and the focus on what you want, and you became more engaged about your life project. And a lot of young people is like when they are transiting in the university, they don't have any hope or motivation, like something is happening there. Yeah.
Hmm. That's understandable. Your point is very valid. Actually, we should actually think about ourselves, what we are made for.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you share a specific project or initiative you have led that significantly contributed to sustainability? And what were the key challenges and outcomes?
Okay, so well, I will talk about my experience in Morocco. Basically, we have five projects. But one that I was really interested about was one
Hmm.
project where a group of girls wanted to help a group of women in Ifran. Ifran is where we live. So they wanted to help them because there were this bunch of women were the ones in charge of the economic part of their own families,
Hmm.
and they gathered together and found like a cooperative so they can cook, Moroccan sweets and
Hmm.
Moroccan food to sell
Hmm.
to the people. The thing is that
Hmm.
these girls wanted to them to gather some funding
Hmm.
to buy supplies, but also to make the business more sustainable.
Hmm.
They gave me them workshops about financial, management, about a
Hmm.
business, how to do like a business plan to engage more these women into the business mindset. so they can do better. Also, they gave them and they helped them to build, like an Instagram page and a web page so they can have more like broadcast what they're doing and the importance of marketing, to sell things so they can have more selling actually, because the cooperative was very not that good location, it was very bad located, but the suites were very good, and they also make help them to make like an agreement with the university, so the university can buy stuff from this cooperative. And the main challenge actually was the pandemic, because I was in Morocco in 2019, 2020. And when the pandemic came, as everybody knows, we needed to stay at home. We were not able to go out, and the projects, all of them, but especially that one, have to be, redesigned to be implemented online. So the main challenges was how you can manage to transit you know, field project into online project. It is not the same impact into the people, because most of the people that we were working with were in vulnerable situations, so they didn't have internet connections, and they really needed us to go directly to talk to them, and we were not able to do that. So the majority of projects have to change a lot, and basically this project that I was talking about, um, the women really suffered a lot, because even if they bought the supplies, they were not able to sell them, and they were not able to gain money. So basically, the project changed to more fundraising, so to make these women have something to survive during the pandemic than that really focusing on the business thing. So the pandemic gave a lot of challenges to change, like the projects to the online. And what I have learned is the importance of being with the people, because online, these projects, these kind of projects making online, it's not the same impact. Yeah.
All right, that's great. Did you ever see young people, youngsters, they are looking for shortcuts in life. But as much as I know about the life, there is no shortcut. There is the hard work in the life. You will get the success, then you need to make another target for achieve. When you get that target, then you need to make another target for achieve, right? But young people, they're looking for shortcuts. They think that they have graduated from the university and next day they will get a job, and after a year they will get a promotion, and after a year they will get another promotion, and they will become the vice president of the company. So how did you ever feel this kind of stuff from the youngsters? Because I've seen a lot of people, they are think like that. They are thinking like that.
Yes, a lot of people think like that because they don't, well, the world don't teach us how to like think in long term. That's
Yeah.
what I have seen in my students.
Mhm.
We don't know how to think in long term. So
Mhm.
we want shortcuts in my
Mhm.
work, like the job searching workshops. What I try to do with young people is to teach them how to think the future. That's why you saw in my profile that I am into future. Mostly these future thinking methods in the company's field,
Mhm.
because when you run a company, you need to think in the future. So there are a lot of theories and a lot of strategies to learn how to think about um, sorry, this is weird. My internet is not good today. I don't know why.
No problem. Okay, carry on.
So I was telling you that that's why I am into future thinking. I am trying to uh, use the methodologies that they use normally in the business field to teach individuals to think about long-term goals and how to reach them.
Hmm. That's great. That's great. You're doing a great job, I must say. Okay. How do you believe education systems can better integrate sustainability and future thinking into their curricula? Can you provide an example of where you have seen this done effectively?
Yes, actually, I think that I am the best example, like in my own professional career. Actually, I thought about all this because it had helped me uh, with my own professional career. So basically, when I decided to start my career in the sustainability field, I was not in the sustainability field. I was coming from an academic background, doing Middle East studies and
Mm,
trying my best to be a researcher. So then, when one day from another, I was not satisfied with that, and I wanted to change.
mm,
But in trying to change my
mm,
own, career path, it was very
mm,
difficult because I have the background for one thing, and I wanted to build from scratch
mm,
all the knowledge and all the certifications that I needed to become, more specialized in sustainability. So I used and applied in myself
mm,
future thinking. So how I wanted to be, a name in the future. And I am talking about 6 years ago. Okay, so I thought about myself. Okay, now you have 27 years old. What do you see? How do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay, I want people to focus on my profile, and whenever they listen to my name, they relate my name to three words: sustainability, youth, and education.
mm, mm,
Okay, so let's work on that. What do you need to be that? So I started to think about all the strategies that I have to implement it in my own career to reach that. Unfortunately, I have reached that. Like as you said, I am an ambassador of sustainability and youth, and and then now I have to do it again, because now that I reach my goal,
mm,
what I wanted to do now. No, I wanted to consolidate myself in my country, so now I wanted to go more international. So
mm.
I manage the projects and teach how to do project management. I always implement future thinking. So while you are doing this project, think about the future so you can make it sustainable. I always say my students, when they are doing sustainable projects, I always make them think or ask them this question. Imagine that you are not here. You die, you move, whatever happened to you, you are not here. Your project will continue
Mm,
without you.
okay. Mm. Okay, Isn't you are telling the main issues of the youngsters they are facing nowadays. Okay, as a youth leader and project manager, how do you engage and motivate young people to participate in sustainability projects? What strategies have you found most effective?
Okay, so how I can engage more people? Well, basically, it's surprisingly, I noticed that a lot of young people are interested in doing things, in doing more things out of the university. They are very curious, and
Mm,
they stop to feel that studies are enough.
mm,
So thanks to that mindset, because I think it was not that way a few years ago when I was a student myself.
mm,
But now they are more engaged into social activities. I don't know if it's because they see a lot of news about climate change and about climate disasters, and they know that the world is not good, and they want to contribute in some way. But
mm,
with that mindset from a start, it's in a sense easy to engage them. So to engage them the first time, it's easy, but the challenge here is to make them feel engaged all the time, because you can be excited about one idea the first day I talk to you about one idea, but to keep that motivation during the whole project, it's
mm,
very hard. So what I have done before, and what I thought, I think that it's more effective, it's to find a link about the project they are doing
mm,
with their own life purpose and with their
mm,
own professional objective.
mm. Hmm.
Okay, because if you don't see that what you are doing it's useful for you in a sense, you won't be motivated. So what I always do is to remind them why you do what you do.
Hmm.
Remember the deep why, as I used to say to them, your deep why, have it there, like paste it in the wall or have it in your notes in your cell phone so you can remember it. And I think it's very effective to remind people their deep why and talk to them, when they have crisis about leaving the project or just, go and find other things. Yeah.
Definitely, it makes sense as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today. It was wonderful having you here and learning from your experiences. But before I wrap up, is there anything you would like to share with our audience or any message you would like to leave them with?
Yes, I wanted to say thank you because it's the first experience of this kind that I have in an international, with an international host and with international audience. So I'm very glad. I hope that you like what I do. Whenever if you have any questions, I don't know if there's a way to share my profile or whatever. I always like to do collaborations with people.
Hmm.
So I'm
I will
open to
invite
talk
you
about
in another
things in
episode.
general. So thank you very much.
I'll invite you another episode.
Thank you.
Or any suggestion or
Okay,
any
thank
message
you.
from me? Any suggestion or any message from me?
No, it's okay. Thank you, Cameron. I really appreciate your message and really thank you very much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a blessed day. It was nice talking to you. Have a lovely day. Take care.
Same.
Goodbye.
Have a good day. Bye bye.